Welcome, budding medicos, to our second class, the evolution of MBBS curriculum. I would advise you people to kindly stick to the playlist called Budding Doctors. This class is a blend of history as well as academics. The evolution of MBBS curriculum. How are we now in this present stage? This is Andreas Vesalius, a pioneer in anatomy, who taught us by exhumation. Exhumation means removing the buried bodies and learning from it. On the screen, we are seeing the age-old MBBS curriculum. I would advise you people to kindly spend a few seconds on this and ponder. See what you are not having and what else is being added. That is the theme of today's class. Long back, we had the subjects of physics, chemistry, and biology, which are no longer a botheration to us in MBBS. At the same time, we find that there were certain subjects which were the backbone of the MBBS: anatomy, pathology, medicine, surgery, OBG, and pharmacology. Physiology, of course, was important, and it had to accommodate biochemistry in it. And adding to our woes were these: English and statistics, for which luckily there were no exams. The total period was about 5.5 years MBBS plus 1 year of house surgency. This is Sir William Harvey, the person who discovered the circulation of blood. Obviously, I'm talking about physiology. Here again, there is the old MBBS curriculum as well as the beginning of the modern MBBS. After the 1980s, probably in the early 1980s. Now I find that the subjects like anatomy, physiology, biochemistry were all there. But what disappeared from the screen is physics, chemistry, and biology. So I find that there is again a blend of physiology and biochemistry as a single subject in paper. So also bacteriology, it was not microbiology then, was attached to pathology. The other subjects remain the same. So in this one, luckily, the total period came down to 4.5 years and 1 year of house surgeons. The two Krebs over here, Hans Krebs and Edwin Krebs. Both are Nobel laureates. This person is for the citric acid cycle and this gentleman is for the reverse phosphorylation. Sadly, I do not know much about biochemistry, but then it today forms a part of almost every subject. Then came the intermediate curriculum. There were changes that were being brought into force. Look at this green ones. You find that separate subjects as biochemistry and community medicine were evolving. So in the third year, there happens to be only the community medicine and the others as usual. What is missing now is ENT and ophthalmology. Kindly find out where they were. The total period is about 4.5 years and 1 year of house surgeons. Now the total subjects are gradually increasing. You find that now it has become 9. So there are 9 subjects as such. This is a wonderful museum of pathology at Dubai. So a nice one. And this is again microbiology evolving or rather getting separated from pathology. More than nearly a century back or even more, Edward Jenner vaccinating his own son against smallpox. And also, there was another subject, the community medicine. So you find that marasmus and kwashiorkor are no longer or not much part of the society. And so also the deadly diseases of polio and smallpox. Preventive medicine had come into force and it blended very beautifully with pediatrics. The concept of preventive medicine or community medicine evolved from 1960s onwards. And see what is happening. In the second year, there was yet another subject called the forensic medicine, which was initially accommodated in pathology. But later it became a separate school of thought and a law of medicine. Along with that, I find that there are 2 new entrants, the ENT and ophthalmology, which perhaps branched off as separate specialities from surgery. So I find that the total number of subjects is increasing to 13. The period has been at the same time reduced to 4 years and 1 year of house surgency. And as we continued and came to almost the latest curriculum, we found that the subjects were 14 in number and the years 4 and 1. Forensic medicine, of course, was the addition. And again, the various types of gunshot wounds and how to diagnose the distance and the weapon. Forensic medicine, courtesy Alani. All these were under the Medical Council of India. And finally, the latest curriculum stood as this 14 subjects, and all these were there. Along with that, there were some hidden agenda, such as orthopedics, pulmonary medicine, anesthesia, oral medicine, dermatology, and psychiatry. The 4 years and 1 year stays as it is. Jonathan Hutchison, the pioneer in medicine, and a shifting dullness being demonstrated in R.A.T.S, the age-old book by Hutchinson himself, medicine. So the list continues. There are other subjects such as dermatology, orthopedics, which was blended with surgery, pediatrics, which branched off. And finally, there is the advent of the National Medical Commission, under which we are all now. It came in the last decade, after 1960. There were varying proposals, and finally, this was the framework. So you had the 14 subjects that we had mentioned, the hidden addenda of the various other subjects shown over here, to which were added orientation course and medical ethics, AdCom. So there will be a question from this also in almost every paper. So the total I have taken it to 50. The message to be conveyed is there is an increase in subjects and a decrease in time. At the same time, the nation wants a preventive medicine, health for all, whereas the students want something like their need or next. So these are 2 different directions. Let us see how we are going to meet them all. Pye's Surgical Antigraft, an age-old book showing the various methods of incisions and sutures, and Joseph Lister, the father of antiseptic surgery. Gynecology. 10 teachers those days used to be a book, but then you should go to your teachers today. And Novak was again a person of gynecological pathology. Medicine, a beautiful art that designs its own extinction by curing diseases. Thank you.